We just saw a man burning a black flag with the anarchist symbol on it. The police are now clearing out the street. They came in, told him to put the fire out. They put the fire out, got back on the sidewalk, and the police are now forming a line. How's it going? Oh, I'm Tim, by the way.
Hi, Tim. I'm Brian.
Brian, nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure.
You want to just tell me what I guess you came down here for? Like, what's going on? How you doing?
It's going great. Thanks for having me.
For sure.
I really came down to listen. I'm a union organizer, a community organizer, and one of the things that I do is I work with a number of organizations and other people like Paul here from the community rights movement. And one of the things that we try and do is bridge communities and create real dialogue and help people envision, do envisioning projects for their communities, and develop ballot initiatives and so forth. And I was disappointed in that I didn't get the chance to go to the rally and hear what so many folks were talking about.
That's the free speech rally.
The free speech rally.
You were unable to get in?
I was unable to get in. The police weren't exactly. They didn't exactly believe me that I just wanted to listen, because I am anti-racist, maybe for obvious reasons.
It was their free speech space, right?
But really, I want to engage with people in honest dialogue and understand where they're coming from, because there's lots of room for agreement, and I want to find out what that is and see how we as a community can move forward.
So would you consider yourself like left, progressive, or whatever I don't know, the words are so confusing that is, I guess, but
there's lots of them on the left.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, I mean, how do you feel about, this free speech rally was surrounded on almost all sides by people screaming Nazi, white supremacist.
Right.
Do you think that's making the situation worse, better? I mean, how do you feel about the counter-protest, I suppose?
Well, they closed the sidewalk on that corner, but if you walk this way,
I appreciate the sentiment, and I think it's quite important, because for those who do identify as fascists, for those who are part of that program, it's vitally important for them to intimidate people, to take up public space, and to close down the marketplace of ideas. And when that happens, they win.
I gotta say, man, to be completely honest, I don't know which side you're talking about right now.
Fascists.
I mean,
the far right.
Well, in Berkeley, Antifa was throwing explosives at people. Right?
And that's not so helpful.
I mean, as far as I'm not here for any group or any individual. I'm here to listen to everybody.
Sure.
But if you're going to use violence and intimidation to suppress expression,
that's not helpful.
Right. So it's, if inside the rally today, it was an open space, people were playing music and they were talking. I mean, outside there were people throwing things at the police. Mm-hmm. There were people with shields and clubs combating the police. And I guess it's, what happens when you go inside is you hear people say the people outside are fascists. And when you go outside, they say the people inside are fascists. So I genuinely, I'm like, both sides. Right?
Yeah, people are throwing around a lot of slurs, and it does not allow for dialogue.
So I guess, do you have any thoughts for solutions? I mean, whether or not you agree with either side's politics, how do we stop the anger, the violence, and bring people together?
It was a right wing. There's no question.
Hard question.
It's a hard question. I mean, so one of the things that I am making real efforts in is working with my community to do some of what I've already talked about, which is build bridges and talk to people that we normally would not associate with.
Yeah.
Right? People whose politics are different from ours, and to really hear them out. To read materials of those who we would assume we don't agree with. I would love to do organizing with the Rural Organizing Project and really talk to poor and working class white folks who have real genuine concerns about the direction of our country and work with them to improve things in a way for all of us. That's what I want.
Yeah, I mean,
I want people to come together.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
You know, I've covered a bunch of these events. I've covered politics in the U.S., like not necessarily politics, but protest action kind of things, and it's kind of depressing. Everybody's fighting all the time. Everyone just insults each other, but I can appreciate your sentiment, man. So, are there any final thoughts? Anything else you want to add?
It was a free speech rally until Antifa.
It's quite corny, but I'm trying to focus on love.
Right on, man. Well, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Seriously.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Yeah.
Are you a white nationalist?
Absolutely not.
Are you racist? So what were you? What are you doing down here at this rally today?
I'm here to support our president. I'm here to support free speech.
Is that all?
Yep, that's all. I was born and raised here. I live 5 blocks from here.
Well, these people believe that everyone here is Nazi. They're saying you're Nazis, white nationalists.
Absolutely not.
But do you think there's people here who might be racist?
I think there might be people mixed in, but I don't think they represent us as a group at all.
What do you think the solution is then? If your group wants to come down here and it's mostly about the president, free speech, but do you feel these people who are protesting your group have the wrong idea then?
I think so, absolutely. If you saw, everybody here was happy. Everybody was talking. We had some great speeches. No violence, no problems. The park is clean. There's garbage across the street over where Antifans are hanging out all day. We've had run-ins with the cops all day here. It's been perfectly fine. Everybody is happy. This is what we represent here as the new right. Everybody here is part of the new right, and we absolutely love it.
It's getting hard to hear. Sorry, man.
No worries, man.
All right, dude. Anything else you want to say?
If anybody goes to Reddit, the new right, that's what we're looking for. Thank you very much, Tip. Nice
Appreciate
to meet
it.
you.
Stay safe.
They also did some pepper pellets that I saw happen.
I got a whiff that I thought was a pepper pellet. Now, the police were firing condoms. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
But the police were firing these? Not these specifically.
I don't know if they were shooting them, but it looks like they definitely did have a fumble and dropped a bunch of them.
Whoa. Oh yeah, they're little foofy balls. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Wow, these would not hurt.
I don't think they would, but I bet I'd change my mind if it hit me.
Right, you wouldn't want to get hit with, especially in the eye or something. So you've got the red cross on your arm. You came down. You're a medic. So I'm curious. You were just down here to help people, regardless of.
I'm going to help anyone who goes down. I came down to say no to racism, fascism in Portland specifically. I want to say that this is not a town that is going to welcome that. So yeah, I'll help anyone who goes down, but I'm also down here to demonstrate myself.
Oh, right on.
So
yeah. Anything you want to say specifically about the rally that happened today? I mean, you kind of just said it, but I guess I'll ask you directly.
Yeah. No, that was it.
Right on.
I don't have a whole lot of words.
As it pertains to being a medic, did you? I know the police moved into the park with flashbangs, and like we see,
There were no flashbangs.
Well, are you sure? Because there were
I'm certain
explosions.
I know what a flashbang is.
Yeah, this guy can tell you about what
I
what
filmed
they're using.
police throwing things that exploded.
Yep, those were noise grenades and sting grenades.
Oh, okay. So I guess it's colloquially people call those flashbangs.
No, flashbangs have a flash, a magnesium flare.
Oh, okay.
It'll light up this whole park like a lightning bolt.
So those are stun grenades.
Sting
grenades. They shoot pellets.
Throw little rubber pellets.
They were firing sting grenades.
I saw one at least.
Wow.
No.
Wow.
Those are out of pepper. If we go over there, I could probably find you.
That's an important clarification. Yeah. Let's do this. Wow. Well, thanks for the info, man. Colloquial, everybody just refers to the big booms as flashbangs.
No, those are noise grenades.
Wow, interesting.
They're usually air bursted. They're just loud.
Yeah. Interesting. So then the ones that don't release the pellets, what are those called? They just the big noise grenades?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And right here in front of the statue.
I know where one of them exploded.
Yeah, let's go over there.
Do you know why the police moved in? They were saying.
I was told by the police there were some locals over here on bikes, and they told us that they were moving people off of the south side of this park because bricks were coming loose of some brickwork, and they were worried that the protesters were going to start throwing bricks.
Interesting. Then the police started announcing that people had attacked the police, and so they were.
To be perfectly honest, I did see bottles and cans thrown at them.
Oh well,
that's a pretty good way to piss off the cops.
I know a guy who was down here who. He's a self-identified progressive liberal who flat out said the only time he ever sees instigation, it comes from the Antifa. I mean, I guess. Well, that looks like it, right?
Maybe.
Oh, that's water. No, wait.
Just mud.
But it's white.
Couldn't tell you.
Sniff it.
Wouldn't recommend that. That was probably where smoke came out.
I'll sniff it. Shit.
Oh yeah, here we go. Look at this. Oh yeah, these green things. Look at that. Interesting. Weird green marks on the ground, huh? See, plastic. I was over here when it was going down. I don't think I saw anything. But,
There's a piece.
this is part of the stinger, you think?
I believe so. I was right about here.
Oh yeah, it's like rubber.
I was right here. I was helping people get back to the medics, where you can see the medics deploying Malox right there. Here you go.
Oh, there it is.
There's bits of your sting grenade.
Wow. Wow, thanks, man. Wow, you are absolutely on point. So there's little rubber balls here.
No,
Look at that.
that hurt.
Yeah, that's what comes out
Can you
of
guys see that on the camera? I don't know if it's... We'll do that. Yeah, little rubber BBs, rubber bearings, or whatever you want to call them.
and BBs. Yeah.
Well, I guess that about wraps things up. We heard from a bunch of different groups here. Unfortunately for me, it's just another one of these events where one side calls the other side Nazis and fascists. Everybody's a fascist, everyone's a Nazi, and it's far from the case. I guess I just wish people would not jump to conclusions, just attack each other for being the other. Actually, I have some real conversations, but we saw some interesting things. The police moved in on Antifa and made several arrests. They were sting grenades, right? So that's saw these little balls all over the ground, some of these little rubber pellets fired by police at the Antifa group. Heard from some counter-protesters and what they had to say, and I think it's all interesting, if not a bit disappointing, that in reality I think so many people would get along, at least to the extent of wanting to have a conversation with each other, if they just dropped the rhetoric and stopped attacking each other for being the other. Will anything get better? Honestly, I have no idea. It really does feel like things are escalating, getting worse. But I don't know. It could be getting better. For now, what you can do is comment below and let me know what you think about all of this. I did a live stream for several hours, but I wanted to make sure that I had some kind of recap vlog of what happened, so there's a more in-depth video for tomorrow. But also click the like button. It helps the channel. I'm so tired. I'm dehydrated. New videos every day at 4 p.m. And if you want to help out, you can go to patreon.com/Timcast and give whatever you can. So hopefully I get this video done. Maybe I'll just pass out and do a video of me yelling tomorrow. I'll see you all tomorrow.